Welcome to another Tiny Escape Artist's adventure, where I take tiny escapes that won't break the budget or break up the marriage. I explore restorative health practices while eating mostly plant-based food, and I create craft on the go.
I think he's making fun of my accent.
Stay till the end of this video to see my eldest son doing a woeful parody of my vlogs.
It always looks a lot easier than it actually is. I'm always so impatient. I cut this first when I should actually have done the template first. And now I'm slightly short in spaces, but we'll give it a try and see how we go. This weekend where I'm mooch docking, as it's known, the weather's not looking great, so it could be good or it could be very windy, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty cold. So these are not only going to be good for keeping out prying eyes, but they're also going to be good for keeping out the cold. But after the terrible things that you saw that I had on my windows the last time I went out on a solo adventure, you can see I really needed to put some time and energy into this. Breaking my back.
I just stopped for a little break just to get something in this little town called Nabiac. But the wind, it's got so windy and so cold. I'm going to, it's going to be an interesting night out in the cold, but we'll see how we go. Still looking forward to it. Still love being out and about. I was listening to classical music, but it was putting me asleep. This has been a much longer drive, so I know if my kids saw this, they'd be saying, "You're such a dag, Mom. You're such a dag." Yes, I am, but I'm awake.
I woke up around 6 a.m. on this slightly wet, windy, and quite cold morning. The perfect time for one of my favorite things, climbing trees. One of the advantages of editing on the go was that I realized that my pants were on inside out. Since it was so early and I had tights on underneath, I was later able to change in a flash. Although I may be the oldest person to have climbed this tree, many had lounged on this branch before me. The tree bore its own tattoo history. There's something wonderful about being alone before the rest of the world awakes. Considering this was the first chilly, wet Saturday of our winter, many would be slow to leave their warm slumber. It reminded me of my childhood when I was always the first up and out of the house finding imaginary adventures. Once I was in a park up another tree with 3 of my 11 grandkids when one of their friends came along. He looked up at me bewildered and told me that I was too old to climb a tree. I replied that I wasn't too old to climb a tree until I was too old to climb a tree. 10 years ago, when I was 48, my youngest and I watched an entire Oztag tournament up a pine tree in New Zealand. Enough of this play. It's time to be grown up and attend a BPW, Business and Professional Women's, conference in Newcastle, New South Wales, with my big sister. Please like and subscribe to help me grow my channel.
Hi, my name is Kim from Tiny Escapes. Today we're escaping in my Budget 200 series. My homemade toilet. It's next to my head. Trudging through the wild Canadians. Living off potato skins. Got dirt. Welcome to Kim Connolly's Wild Tours. Today we're going to take a wild tour through Vancouver Airport.
I think he's making fun of my accent.
Hello to all my 1 subscribers. Ooh.
15, thank you. 15.
Doesn't count if they're all related to you.
Yes, it does.
Wild gecko.
Have you subscribed? Ew! Inappropriate. My advice, never let your kids touch your GoPro.